Hello, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans, YNR fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, July the 18th, 2022. The Young and the Restless, it was so today for me. Of course, Ashland's arrested. He's now in jail. No, telling the officer, I'm going to sue. I'm going to sue the police department. Whatever. But Michael and Nikki were talking, and Michael told Nikki, quite frankly, Nikki, Ashland will be out tonight. He'll make bail. This is not something that he's going to stay in jail. He will be out. But it sends a clear message that they're all, they're pretty much banded together on little Harrison's behalf, or banded together to get rid of him. Now, what's interesting to me is Ashlyn and Diane are staying in the same hotel. They're both staying at the athletic club. I would not be surprised, and this is going to be Diane's way of angling herself to stay in the Abbott pool house, back where she stayed years ago. Full circle with that, see? Because she's going to be, Ashlyn may knock on her door, but she's going to tell Kyle and Jack that, oh, I was so afraid, I'm there with him, and that I'm just my safety. I worry. Yeah, okay, Diane, I see where they may have her go with that. But she ended up, Kyle's not upset with her that Ashlyn got to spend time with Harrison, and she plays Kyle like a fiddle. She actually plays all of them like a fiddle, except for the adults that have dealt with her in the past, because she was like, I know you're upset with me, and you have every right to be upset with me. Ashlyn got to spend time with Harrison on my watch, and Kyle's like, no, you did. You alerted, you alerted the authorities. You alerted Michael, but I should have texted you first. He goes, well, he was the attorney that got the restraining order. I mean, everything worked out for the best, and Harrison is fine. And one thing Summer said to Diane, she goes, as a matter of fact, Harrison is actually very happy that he did get to spend some time with Ashlyn. The boy does love his father. That is true. Ashlyn doesn't want to hurt little Harrison, but we can't forget, it all depends on what game Ashlyn is playing, because Ashlyn had no problem telling that little boy that he was dying. No problem telling him that. So yeah, there we go. Got to worry, we don't know what Ashlyn will do. And trust me, Ashlyn would leave with Harrison, because that's one thing Kyle said. If Ashlyn ever was able to take Harrison, I would not be able to find him, because I'm sure whatever money Ashlyn has left, and Ashlyn should have a lot of money left. He didn't give Victoria Lock Industries, or whatever it's called. Newman bought it from him. He got a hefty sum from the sale of that company, and he wasn't broke before then. So no, Ashlyn has a lot of money. And then we had a lot of conversation. It's boring to me in the office with Victoria and her smug self, and Nick just standing around doing nothing. I mean, come on now. He walked right into the easiest CFO on the planet, or COO, whatever he is, on the planet. He does nothing. They all just sit there. And Victor's, I wished Adam would have come back. Sally Spector didn't do her job, and Victoria's like, look, Dad, I talked to him. He is leaving, period. So my whole thing is, I really need to get rid of Sally. She's not ready for the job, but right now I have nobody to replace her. But I'm going to make my decision today on what I'm going to do. So the Newmans held a press conference where Victor, of course, re-announced that Victoria is back from her short sabbatical. And she's, right back at the helm. And he mentioned Nicholas is joining now, and Nikki is back as co-CEO. And then one of the reporters said, what about Adam Newman? And Victoria says, oh, Adam Newman, he's decided he is going on another, going in another direction. And we wish him well. He did a great job filling in for me, And so Nikki's like, yes, we wish him well on his next endeavor, business endeavor. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, that family makes you sick where Adam is concerned. Okay. So Chloe and Sally were talking. Really, Sally is talking to Chloe, talking her head off about Adam. She can't find him. She don't know where he's at. She doesn't know what he's going to do. And Chloe's like, well, he's going to get in trouble. Chloe's like, no, when Adam is like this, trouble happens. Trouble's about to come. I'm just telling you, and there's nothing you can do about it. It reminds me of what Chloe used to say to Chelsea about Adam, you know. And so Sally is just, but I don't know what that means. It means for me. I mean, oh my goodness. So when the press conference happens, Victoria pretty much just mentioned that there'll be some like reorganization from some departments. She didn't address whether Sally was staying or going, but she did pretty much let the reporters know that there are going to be some changes. So after it was done, Sally looks at Chloe. Chloe looks at Sally like, well, what does that still mean for us or for me? Sally for me and future Chloe employee for her, So she is still up in the air where that is concerned. And then on Pool Top, we had Tessa and Mariah lounging by the pool. Tessa's going to have her nose surgery tomorrow. She did get a second opinion, and the second opinion was the same as the first. She does need the surgery. And then Allie comes up there, and she's her bubbly self. And Noah comes, and Allie, of course, lets it slip. So when are you going to tell your father about your decision? Why she couldn't keep her mouth shut about that, I don't know. She blurts things out a lot. Okay, and then she goes, so then Noah tells Tessa and Mariah, which he would have told them anyway, but Allie just let it be known. So he was telling them he has a new idea, something he wants to do. When he coordinated their wedding, he really loved it. He loved creating that atmosphere for them. And he's saying that, once Nick gets comfortable in his own at Newman, he's going to ask Victor, could he rent out the top of the tower for his business venture and just be able to create it and turn it into whatever, people need. Actually, he wants to do a club probably for the summer. He goes, remember he used to run the underground bar? He says, kind of mixing what I did with the underground with what I did to you, but, bringing it, to the top of the tower. So we already see that Victor will say yes when he does ask him. So we'll see how that goes there. So that's what Noah has in mind, and he's smiling. He's all happy about it. And Mariah and Tessa were saying, we haven't seen you this excited about something in a long time. So good, go for it. And then after the press conference, the family notices, well, hey, where's Victor? He's not here. He's not back in the office. And Victoria's like, well, Dad didn't tell me he was going somewhere. And then the next scene we have, Victor is at the jail where Ashlyn is, to pretty much, he walks up, he's kind of smelling like, yeah, you're right where you need to be, And Victor's getting all close to the bars, and Ashlyn's all close to the bars. And of course, Victor reaches between the bars and he pulls Ashlyn close to him. Nobody breaks my daughter's heart. Now, you warned your daughter about this, nobody, and your daughter did it anyway. So I kind of believe anybody can break your daughter's heart if she wants it. If she doesn't want to listen to anybody, her heart's going to get broken over and over again. Punk, holding him, pulling him all close. And I was looking at that and I thought, now look, what do we have between them? We have bars, right? But just earlier that day, There were no bars when Ashlyn barged into the office where Victoria and Victor were, and Victor was sitting on the couch. Victor didn't no more move up off of that couch than the man on the moon. Okay. And the last I knew, Ashlyn had already hurt his daughter, broke his daughter's heart earlier that day because it happened a while ago, versus now you come into jail and you go reach between bars where you had the man dead to right when he was in your office if you were going to kick his little behind, but you couldn't do nothing. And I thought, oh boy, yeah. Okay, that made you feel good. You grabbed him from behind bars. There you go. But that was true Victor Newman style. But that only all this is doing is adding fuel to Ashley, fuel fanning the flames for his big revenge on the Newman family. So that is definitely coming. Now let's see, we got a couple of comments. Annette says, using little Harrison, shame on Victor. You know, and she said, all those grown-ups, you know, they just don't have Harrison's best interest at heart. She's hoping Harrison is Ashlyn's son. That would be an interesting twist of fate. And Monique says she don't like what Ashlyn did, but he has a point that everybody in Genoa City is so quick to talk about how horrible he is when they've done worse than him. And Monique says, like Phyllis, you know, Phyllis, Nikki, Nick, I mean, they've all done things, especially Victor. Victor's done a whole lot of things. I mean, come on now. Victor even had Billy imprisoned in that jail, wherever he was, Peru, was it? I don't know, wherever he had Billy jailed, all because he was pissed off for what Billy, that's another man that broke his daughter's heart. Yeah, you know, so Victor has done a whole lot of things. And then we have Sandy, when Esme spoke back to Ava saying, I'm not leaving Port Charles, my family's here. Sandy's like, where's her family? Question mark, what family is she talking about? I'm surprised that the writers didn't have Ava say, what family? Anyway, and then she also mentions that Carly lives rent-free in Nina's head, which is kind of back to, oh, that's actually a General Hospital comment. Sorry, these are GH comments. That last one was for General Hospital. Sorry, Young and the Restless fans, but those of you that watch General Hospital as well, look, that comment goes for that. So anyway, all right, everybody. Please, Young and the Restless fans, give me more comments. I love talking about Y&R. So I will be back tomorrow on Tuesday the 18th with Tuesday the 19th with the Young and the Restless daily recap.